and welcome to the new episode of Dr. Lamba Explains Sikhism. The festival of Holi, which is going to be celebrated after about 10 days, is one of the most colourful festivals of India. And Sikhs, as a part of the Hindu culture, if not of the tradition, our religion, are celebrants as they celebrate the other festivals. For example, Diwali, they celebrate with gusto, as all Indians do. And that festival is mentioned in Guru Granth Sahib as Diwali ki raat dive baliyan. Similarly, Holi is also celebrated by the Sikhs. Undeniably, there is a certain twist. And the twist is that it is celebrated a bit differently and one day after the Holi. And the celebration is mentioned on Guru Granth page 1180. Holi Kini Sant Se. So deepen our understanding and to make the festivals really religious in nature, this definitive aspect has been to be taken care of. Not only that, with the passage of time, the spirituality was coupled with a certain sense of assertion of the human right to have your own religion. And that's why the gurus, as a part of the Hindu culture, have used the similes of various seasons, festivals, and the parables. You remember in one of my previous episodes I had talked how they have used the story of crocodile and the elephant to explain the issues. On page 1176, for example, it's written Banaspati Mauli Chadya Basan E Man Maulya Satgur Sang. Now, the sun follows immediately the festival Holi, the spring. And then he says that this is the time when spring comes, all the plants blossom forth, and the same manner the mind blossoms forth when you are spiritual in nature. Again, Sawan Aya Jim Jama Har Gurmukh Nam Dhyay. So if you meditate, if you sing the name of Guru, then it's the season of rain. Sawan is the rainy season. And there's a lot of parables and folk tales about Sawan. Similarly, the festival Holi, as they have celebrated spring and they have celebrated rainy season, they celebrate festival of Holi. But as I said, the purpose of this celebration is to get into the history and from an absolutely spiritual point of view. Now, India being an Asian country, it has many festivals. Holi is, of course, one of the most important ones, as I said. And people from all walks of life, irrespective of religion, irrespective of caste, age, gender, celebrate Holi. Women, children, old, young. And it's a springtime in India. Flowers of the fields are in full bloom. People go running around, smearing each other with paint and throwing colored water and dye all around. In the evening, the bonfires are lit. During Holi, it's a prominent public festival. Actually, this is not an individual festival. Diwali is a family festival. But Holi is a public festival, and since it's a social festival, Sikhs cannot be divided from that part of it. And on this festival, intoxicants are used, cannabis is used very often, called bhang, and the Sikhs not all take it, but the Nihangs partake of it. Despite the religious connotation, don't take intoxicant. On this day for Nihangs, cannabis is permitted. So essentially it signifies togetherness, and the burning in the evening is eradication of the evil, lust, anger, greed, selfishness, hatred, envious, animosity, acrimony, and all these negative tendencies, negative actions. So the spiritual aspect in coloring that the life is colorful, be social, but throw all the evils, bad habits into the fire. Apparently, for many celebrants, Holi lost the original significance of spirituality, of the victory of the forces of righteousness over demonic forces. So Guru brought that back, and then Guru Gobind Singh gave it a definitive twist, the 10th Guru. He revived the spirit of Holi and weaved its essence into a new festival which comes one day after Holi called Hola Mahalla. This annual festival of Sikhs was created by Guru Gobind Singh in his own way. Now, being a very creative genius, he thought that if I just change the twist, the Holi the same day, it would not have that significance. And why deprive the people from celebrating in the traditional manner? Let them do it and let me add something to it. At that time, Guru Gobind Singh was fighting the Mughal Empire on one side and the Hindu hill kings on the other. So he said, okay, I'll use Holi as a part of the military parade. So he held a military parade of Sikhs. They came up in their best, and then the mock battles took place in the historic township of Anandpur Sahib. Now, this festival was initiated to remind the people of togetherness, brotherhood, valor, and defense preparedness. So, earlier only brotherhood was there, abdication to the bad things were there, but here Guru Gobind Singh added valor and defense preparation. This was a marked, significant departure. So, another thing he did, Holi is feminine. So he gave it a masculine form, calling Hola. Normally it falls in spring, in the month of March, one day after Holi. And it's replicated this festival. Initially it was only at Anandpur Sahib and Keskar Sahib. But now it's practically everywhere. And Sikhs play the sword plays and gatka, duels and everything. You can't imagine it. It continues for 3 to 4 days in Anandpur. And on the final day, long procession is organized in the form of army-type column. And when you see them performing daring feats like mock encounters, bareback, horse riding, standing erect on the horse, 2 speeding horses, archery, and other feats of bravery, this has become a part of the Sikh psyche. Now, from a spiritual point of view, Guru Granth clearly tells us how you can celebrate Holi. So, instead of using colors and cannabis, bhang, be intoxicated with the name of the God. Be virtuous, truthful, disciplined. As I said in the beginning, on the page 1180, Holi Keni Sanse, Tan Laga At Lal Dev, Man Tan Malyo Ati Anu, Suke Nahe Jabdu. So celebrate Holi with the people who are virtuous, who are wise, who are disciplined, who live daily on a spiritual level, by association. You will become identical to them. Sad hoye jeevan wale. So, you'll be endued with the spiritual and the divine color of wisdom. Your mind and the body would blossom forth beautifully, and happiness and sorrow, and the rhythm of spiritual flourish would never end. Now, who are those honest people with whom you should associate, who should play holy? This is something absolutely different. As I said, divesting the pure social to become social and spiritual. Then the person with whom हमरो भरता बड़े विवेकी आप संत कहावे, page 476. So, vivekis who have sense of discrimination. हमरे भरता, be associated with the people who have intellect, this sense of discrimination, discerning sense. And it's repeated on page 97. Bhag hoya Guru Santam bulaya, Prabh Abnasi ghar mein paya. It's my good fortune that I have met such a person and I have found the immortal God within the mind. He goes on to say in page 918, Avo Sant Pyareo Akat ki kahani. Oh, let's speak and praise the divine of infinite virtues. So it's a spiritual coupled with social happiness of mind coupled with the happiness of the body as exchange of the color. In short, it is an association of the people and singing the praise of the Lord. Now, the next question is, how can you go about serving God in a nutshell? Not by washing the clothes of self-appointed saints. He calls them Banaras ke Thap. Not by feeding with the delicacies. So, basically it's reflection. Gurmukh Sevya Shabad Vichara. So think, ruminate on the word, on the Shabad, on the hymns. Gur ki Seva Shabad Vichar. As a matter of fact, you want to serve the God, think about and partake of the wisdom which is there. And this Shabad Vichar, this sense of word, would awaken your capability to divine wisdom and virtue of the mind. So Gurbani and the hymns uplift you from the purely physical level to the higher level. But that doesn't mean that you have got to be an ascetic. Be social. Enjoy the life as it is with colors. But the colors should not only be of external nature. Let your soul become colorful. And colorful with the divinity that is within you. So the holy twist is basically this festival was spiritual because Holika was burnt and Prahlad was saved. The story of the atheist god, father and the theist son, Prahlad and Harnakash. And Holika, but blessed that she will not be burnt, but here she said, okay, let's destroy Prahlad, I'll take him in my lap, put us on fire, he'll burn and I will not. But the other thing happened. He didn't die, she died. So it was spiritual, basically the victory. So here it is that the Holika, the bad elements are your evils within you, the sins, greed, avarice, enviousness, lust, anger and all that. So put them in fire. Clean your spirit. And when you, after Holi, people wash themselves and massage their feet, that's required. But much more important is washing your mind and brain of the evil thoughts. And then as Guru Gobind Singh came, he made it absolutely different, imparting it an absolutely new sense of divinity, of assertion, of ensuring that, look here, protection of your rights is also equally important. And that was something important because Hola Mahalla inculcates the discipline of mind. The discipline of mind and the discipline of body, they mingle together, and that is the celebration of Holi by Sikhs. Thank you.